Just keep your eyes closed, please. Samadho achala buddhi tada yogam avapsyasi. That line which reveals, you shall know that you are ever restful and abiding in yourself. When there is no more any vagueness, Srutivi pratipannate yada asthasyati nischala. So many different ideas we have heard from the beginning. Different goals, different destinations, different means of travel. Now everything has come to an end. I am at rest with myself. No more vagueness. Very clearly, I see for myself. Happiness, freedom, immortality. That is my nature. For sustenance, making myself comfortable, certain things have to be done. I am the bliss, the happiness. Thereafter, action for action's sake. Every perception for its own sake. Even sitting down in so-called meditation is for its own sake. Because to be in meditation, I don't have to do anything. I am the meditation. Opening the eyes, I'm as much with myself as even closing the eyes. Sitting down, as much I am with myself as even moving about, walking, jumping, running, doing all activities. Always I am with myself. Buddhi nischala sthasyati. No more the mind craves for anything. No more craving for a new, novel experience for the sake of happiness. You look for experience sake, no more for happiness sake, because happiness is not an experience experienced by senses. Ananda Swarupa, Sukha Swarupa, happiness, bliss, meditation, your nature. meditation is not an experience. Every experience, meditation. Happiness, not an experience. In every experience, I see myself, the happiness. That is why the search comes to an end. No more restlessness. While acting for action's sake, experiencing for experience sake, you live through the whole life. Everything for its own sake. What a relaxation, what a relief. No more searching for the elusive fulfillment in the stage of ignorance. Happiness no more eludes you. You are the happiness. Meditation no more an exotic, passing experience, but always the same. You are with yourself. Your being who you are is independent of the way you speak or talk, move or do anything. That is why when Arjuna asked the question, Sthitadi kim pravasita, kimasita prajita kim, one is samadhista sthita prajna, abiding in one's own self. And no more the buddhi, intelligence, is in confusion. Samadhista, always abiding in himself. How does he move, talk, sit down? Krishna ignores the question. Wisdom is not limited by the way you speak, talk, move, or do anything. You are wise, one with wisdom yourself. Then choose to act the way it is harmonious with the whole universe. You effortlessly fall into the harmony of the universe or harmony of any place. You straightaway tune yourself with any situation as it comes. It's like a versatile person, speaking so many languages. Whomsoever he meets, he speaks that language. The Englishman, English. Italian, Italy. Spanish person, Spanish language. Sanskrit with a person who talks Sanskrit. As even language is spoken, so also. Immediately recognizing the other person's limitation and strength. A child with a child, happy with happy, miserable with miserable, but never losing sight of yourself. Happy with yourself. You live your life full and complete, comfortable with anything and everything. There is no more any sense of restlessness, resistance or craving. You can choose to resist or crave. Under a particular circumstance. But none of these ever affect you. So see for yourself. Are you the restful one? Or there is still some type of confusion, hoping or thinking that something is better than being with yourself. There is nothing better than infinity. There is nothing equal to it. What is the question of something better than it? In roles there is comparison. In your being, incomparable. There is nothing like it. What to say something better than it? Just see that. Suddhananda Divestavai Shangapadakramopanishadai Gayantiyam Samaga Dhyana Bastita Dadgate Namanasa Shyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyandam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Arjuna Vacha Stita Pragyasya Ka Bhasa Samadhistasya Keshava Stitadhi Kim Pravasheta Kimasita Vrajeta Kim Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha Stita Prajnastadochyate. It's the most beautiful part of it, the culmination of this wisdom. Having revealed the truth, naturally the teacher expects that the student understands it exactly as it is. But there are also possibilities of somebody grasping it, but yet finding it difficult to abide in the truth all times to come. That is where comes the conflict in the novice. The person who is beginning to understand this reality encounters a natural conflict. That if I am happiness with myself, yes, I am convinced. The meaning of the word I, aham pratyaya gochara, the nature of I, myself, is happiness. With any moment of happiness, bliss, I am with myself. Whenever I am with myself, I am happy. Perfect. Now, why is it that these thoughts keep coming up? That is habit. Impressions, vasanas, as we explained already. It's all because not knowing I am the happiness itself, for the longest time, we have been looking for happiness in the perceptions, sensations, emotions, and thoughts of various kinds. And many people have also put that idea into our head. Shrutibi pratipanna. Shrutibi pratipanna. This Shastra, sadhya sadhana sambandha rupa. The Vedas, which talks about sadhya sadhana. If you do this, you will get this. That is the universal secular attitude. They engage you in various activities. That is a Vedic principle, universal. Vedas, rituals may not be universal, but Vedic principle is universal. Sadhya sadhana. So many different types of promises given to you. If you do this sadhya, to achieve this, you need a sadhana. When you reach it, you shall be very happy. So this is the literally chasing the mirage, wild goose chase. Perhaps a wild goose can be chased, but you shall never ever find happiness where it is not. But millions of people follow that. That is why when insanity is accepted as sanity, when abnormalcy is seen as normal behavior, sane person becomes insane. When the whole world votes for happiness in the sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, sensation, possession, when somebody says happiness with yourself, he may be speaking the truth, but that is drowned in the pandemonium. And in that pandemonium, there are different varieties of people. One person say, only by closing the eyes, only by opening the eyes, only seeing this, only dancing, only touching, only relating, only eating the food, only traveling around. Each one promotes the object of happiness, equating with happiness itself. It's a huge promotional endeavor. Propaganda war. Like the political propaganda, there is also religious propaganda. Each one sells his ware with the loudest and the most conspicuous, visible advertisements. This is the one. This is the path. They show the object and say, this is the object of your happiness. They don't understand. If my happiness depends on an object or a sensation or a thought, what type of happiness is that? How many people are ready even to listen to it? It's like a child playing with his balloon, thinking that is his happiness. Try to take it away from the child, what happens? The child will bring the roof down. Take the toy out of the child. That is his happiness. You saw the behavior of this small child, no, Gunu? When I come there, he'll only hold me. Now comes our arch enemy, Satya. Nupo. Immediately he says, you get out. Don't come anywhere near here. Why? No, Swami. Yes. He said, no, Satya. No. Go, Nupo. Go. Very angry. We enjoy the child's antics. Why? Baby does not know. And what are you doing? Grown-up babies choosing to be unconscious. What all you hold on to, if somebody wants to take it out, no. The time snatches it. Your youth you cannot protect. Maintain it, nothing wrong. But time will snatch. A relationship breaks down. Business collapses. Wealth runs. It comes. Let us not talk only negative language. Negative language talk to hammer the idiots. But you can talk so-called positive language also. Happy. For the wealth to go, wealth must have come, no? For the wealth to go, it must have come. For the youth to go, youth must have come. Anything that comes, goes. So the propaganda war, each one selling his ware. Come to this shoe shop, come to this luggage shop, come to this sari shop, come to this dress shop, come to this, food, music, taste, touch, smell, sight. And then God shop. This will do this, this will do that, this will do that, like the Girivaram. When you do the Girivaram, 1 time this will happen, 2 times this will happen, 3 times this will happen, 4 times this will happen. One who gets up in the morning and chant this once, this happens, if it twice it will happen, 10 times this will happen. Naturally to induce the person, come on, do this. At the end of it, everybody is disappointed. This is known as the Sadhya Sadhana Rupa. in the nature of reaching a goal, something to be reached. And so many goals have set, so many destinations reached. Traveling was exciting. Reaching the destination brought emptiness. Again, at the end of each struggle, you pause for a while, again struggle. Never comes to an end. Knowing yourself, that struggle ends. Happiness in myself, up, out. Now why are you going for these things? Sustenance. Very clear cut. Beautifully, Rama asked the question to Vasishtha. Kadaham visrantim neshyami meru srungaiva ambuda. O Lord, when shall I find the rest that is like Merusrunga Ambudaiva, a huge cloud landing on the top of the peak of the mountain, stays there. As though found its own abode, residence, no more to move. When shall I find that type of respite? Having reached where, knowing which, I shall say, enough. Everything is good enough. Thank you. In sense pleasure, there is a temporary suspension of desire. With the desirer and the desire get knocked out in the excitement, in the sensations of any kind. You are searching for food, you got it. Appa, enough. For a moment, the impact wears out. Hunger comes back. In yourself, the Absolute is not a temporary suspension. You see it for yourself once for all. Samadhista. Such a person, how does he move? Very nice question. He says, Katham, how does he move in this world? Asidagim, oh Lord, please tell me the description so that I can see for myself what? Whether I have understood or not. Not set people into, not challenging other people, but to look at myself. How does he sit down? If he sit down, how does he sit down? Does he sit down? If he sits down, how does he sit down? Does he talk? If he does he talk, how does he talk? Brajetakim, does he move out? If he moves about, how does he move out? How does he live? Does he smile? If he smiles, how does he smile? Does he eat food? If he does food, what does he eat? You know, you think wise man means special diet. Wise man, special dress, wise man, special diet, wise man, special house. Live in a palace, name it Kutia. Kutia means hotment. Live in a palace, but Swamiji is Kutia. Kutia means what? Kutia means hot. Right? Get invited for dinner, call it Viksha. Viksha means you should beg. Where Swamiji is? Swamiji has gone for Viksha. Oh, he was invited. Invited for Viksha. The silly notions, like Taj Hermitage. Have you seen in Goa? Goa is the Taj Hermitage, the ultimate place, overlooking the bay. Where Commonwealth, heads of the Commonwealth came and stayed there and everybody stayed there. It's a beautiful place, Hermitage. So hermits should go. I went to stay there. If somebody owns a hotel, he knew the people, so in a hermitage. I said, yeah, that's the right place for me. Don't put me in small hotel. It's a hermitage. Only hermits should stay. You understand? This is not the culture vulture. You try to make something, so ethnic things, you just make it ridiculous. Kutia, Viksha. Language changes. So, wise man means special diet. Everybody eats rice, vegetable, he should be eating leaves and grass. If everybody says good morning, good evening, Sadhasman says something like Om or something mysterious. Not the ordinary, usual. If everybody is putting on normal clothes, either he is funny clothes or no clothes. Everybody drinking water, he must be drinking only fruit juice. This is what people do. When people advertise, you just think of it, in advertisement you see that. Whatever the models wear, average people want to wear. A model can wear anything and look beautiful. But if you are ugly, whatever you wear, you will be ugly. But people think if they wear what the models wear, it will be beautiful. And so what the models do therefore? Deception. Whatever they wear, it is only for others' sake. The multimillionaire movie man, movie meteor or sports meteor, when he puts on he sells the motorbike, but himself never puts on that motor. Have you seen multimillionaire stars going in ordinary motorbike? They will have Mercedes, BMW, special ones, but advertise for the lesser mortals. The soap of the cinema star. You think any soap, the cinema stars use this Indian-made soap? None of them. If you go to their bathroom, you shall see in the toiletry, everything shall be French, everything shall be specially made by But advertise, Lux, this soap of the cinema star. How do you like it? So people use that, they think they are also cinema stars. Like that, how does a wise man live? Oh, he talks slowly. So he is a Mauni. He puts on just a piece of kopina, loincloth, puts on the loin. He puts vibhuti all over his body, so he puts vibhuti all over it. He always chants Sanskrit slokas. The fellow chants, chanting Sanskrit slokas. These are all imitations. Understand? A lifestyle can be imitated, not the wisdom. Wisdom inimitable. You can imitate somebody's antics, the way he moves, the talks, the food, whatever he does, you can imitate. But you cannot imitate the wisdom as such. There is a difference between wisdom, listen carefully, there is a difference between wisdom, yourself, and the action. Actions can be imitated. Behavior can be imitated. But the vision cannot be imitated. You have to see it for yourself. That is why when you live a particular lifestyle without being backed by the vision, the absolute, you feel empty after some time. I have been chanting, nothing is happening. It's like Draupadi. Draupadi, when she was being disrobed, she started telling Krishna. And the story is, she got all the dhoti, sari. She got all the saris, thousands of saris coming in, and the Dushasana is trying to take it away, but nothing runs out. Thousands of. Now, the person who is opening a sari shop, now he chants that, what Draupadi is chanting. Will he get sari for his shop? It is not what she chanted, with what attitude she chanted. Shankara was on the tour. The story goes, in his lifestyle, in his life, Shankara was while going around begging for something. An old lady in a village comes out and says, son, I have nothing to give. A very poor lady brings a leaf on which there is a amalaka. Amalaka, the nelika. There is a gooseberry. A gooseberry, pickled gooseberry. So, this is the only thing in my house, you please take it. Shankara was moved. And a person who has gives thanks, but doesn't have, but wants to share something, with all sincerity brings, and such a, maybe that was he has given and she has nothing left out. He was moved so much, he started praying Goddess Lakshmi. Golden amalaka, golden gooseberries started falling from the sky. Of course, he walked away. Let the lady has it. So, now you chant Swarna Amalaka Stotram. No gooseberry falls. Why? Because it's not what is chanted, who chanted. But what people do? They want to imitate the behavior. That is why it becomes so dangerous. How many people are cheated. It's like imitation Rolex, imitation watches, imitation diamond, imitation jewelry, imitation wisdom. It's a society has become like that. Everybody is showing up with imitation jewelry. You don't know which one is right, which one is imitation, which is real. I had been to somebody's house. Believe me, in the drawing room itself there are 7 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet high trees. It's a huge house, big drawing room, 8, 10 feet trees. Then I asked them, how do you manage it? He smiles. Swamiji, the many are fake, you know. I said, what? They're fake. What is a many are fake? There are some genuine. He says, there are some genuine. I said, how on earth do you know? Because it looks all the same. How do you know which is genuine, which is fake? He has got a tag hanging from the tree. I am genuine, water me. In that real tree, he has written there. True, it's written hanging there. I am real, water me. So that trees are watered, other trees are not watered. How do you know which one is right? Imitation. Imitation jewelry, imitation waxes, imitation food. Nowadays, imitation soya fish, imitation soya kitchen, not kitchen, chicken. Imitation soya chicken, everything imitation. So, imitation wisdom. What is the imitation of wisdom? Walking like a wise man. What is the walking like a wise man? That is why Krishna never answers. How does he walk? If he says you walk slowly, everybody will start to walk slowly. How does he sit down? Lotus. Everybody sit down in lotus. How does he smile? Half smile. How does he look? Half closed eyes. That is why people do that. You can imitate a lifestyle. Wisdom, inimitable. Nobody can imitate. That's why be wise and choose your lifestyle. And how to, what is that? Prajahati yada kaman. You understand the danger of it, okay? Clearly see that. Prajahati yada kaman. Sarvan partha manogata. He partha, yada sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. How? Atmani eva atmana tushta sanna tada stita prajna utyocete. Atmani eva atmana tushta sanna. This is the condition. Atmani eva atmana tushta. Atmana by one's own self, Atmani in one's own self, tushta contented. Very happy with one's own self. And therefore, Sarvan Kaman Prajahati. Gives up everything. Gives up everything means what? Grows out of it. Understand? It's a very, very important statement. If you give up, you still may have a desire. Like you are forced to give up something. Think, forced to give up something. You are a brahmachari, or a Swami, you are a religious man. You are not supposed to eat this. You know how much conflict people go through? You are not supposed to eat rice. Or you are not supposed to eat sweet. You are not supposed to eat garlic. Okay. Another thing is, I am happy. Therefore I don't want. You have grown out of it. There is a difference between giving up, forced to give up, and growing out of. In our life, we have been continuously growing out of things. As a children, we play with the balloon. The same child, when he's 7-year-old, give him a balloon, he won't take, he'll give it to his younger brother. He's collecting stamps. He will give it to his younger brother. When he's 8-9-year-old, nobody should touch that. But after some time, take it. Then his cricket bat. He grows out of the balloon, grows out of the cricket bat, goes out of the toys. Like an adult, you have grown out of so many things. How do you know you have grown out of it? You are no more afraid to play with it. When the child is playing carom, when the child is playing a game, he is fully involved with it. Somebody child says, Papa, please come, you must play snake and ladder with me. With the father says, no, I may get caught by the game. Will you say that? Because for child's sake, you are playing the snake and ladder. If in the middle the child says, enough, enough. What? Because you are playing for child's sake. But if you say enough, child will be upset. But when child says enough, are you upset? No, I am on 70, I am 98 house, only 200. Wait, let me finish the game. Will the father insist? No, just now I am climbing the ladder and I am on 96. Another just 4, it will go to 100. You finish the game and go. Will the father say that? But if the child is at 80 and you are on 20 and suddenly you say, I got a phone call, I am going now. No, finish the game. Because child will insist. The child is lost in the game. You have grown out of the game. Are you getting that point, please? What it means to grow out of? Ask yourself question. Have you grown out of certain habits? Or you are forcing yourself to be renouncing? In wisdom, you grow out. Renunciation, almost like a violence. Giving up. Why? Because I should not do this. Therefore I am not doing this. So inside your heart of heart, you are still in that. A lot of dust coming, huh?
They are doing borewell.
Whole night. As I am talking, my throat is getting in. Whole night, huh?
Yes, still drilling.
My God. And they are drinking oil or water? So whole night, almost, whole night it was there. Full of dust, no? Okay. Just think of. Anyway. So growing out of is one thing. In wisdom, you grow out of everything. So when you say give up, listen carefully. Prakarshana Jahati gives up. It is not giving up. It is growing out of. And what does he give up? Manogatan kaman. Atmaniyevatas atmanatushtasan. Happy with himself. Please tell me, when you are happy with yourself, what is there something you can give up or cannot give up? There is no such thing in life which you cannot give up. That is the test of your happiness, being happy with yourself. There is no such thing which you cannot give. And therefore don't say, somebody comes and asks you, can you give up your house? Shut up. Don't be, stupid. Other day somebody was telling, there was a person, somebody was telling there was a man who had this person was telling everybody, oh, I'm a happy man. The teacher, the guru is telling, I'm a happy man. I don't need anything. I can give up anything I like. So one of the two naughty fellows had gone there. He said, you can give up anything. He said, yeah. Give me your car key. The fellow handed over the car key. So these two fellows also being really naughty, what they did, they took the car, they got into the car and started driving. Then all the followers jumping and say, you cannot take the car. He said, but he gave and we are taking. What is your problem? No. You cannot take the car. You see? So he doesn't have to protect it. His disciples protect it for him, right? He could have come up and said, no, I have given him, let them go. But that is being impractical and stupid. You don't have to prove that can you give up anything happily? Yes. Kill yourself. Why should I prove it to you? Why should I prove it to you? I have passed in my vision, not in your eyes. It is one thing to be wise in my eyes and another thing to be wise in your eyes. Because you have your standard set up. You see for yourself. You can test it out for yourself. Are you happy with yourself? And therefore you are comfortable with anything and everything? Or you say you are happy with yourself, but you cannot live without things. You only shall know. Nobody shall ever know. That is why you can be very deceptive. You can live a life for others' sake, visible for others, and a life for yourself. No. You see, Atmaniva Atmana Tushtasanna Sarvan Kaman Prasad. What is that? The objects are always out. We don't have to renounce the object. Why? It is not yours to be renounced. To give up something, it should be yours, right or wrong? You want to give up something? Suppose I ask you, see, I am running this ashram. I want another 5-10 acres of land. Can you give it? Then you say, oh yes, nearby there is 10 acres land, yeah, you take it. Is it yours? It's not mine, but you take. Now what type of donation is that? To give up something, it must be yours. Please think, what is in this creation belongs to you that you can give up? What is yours? Did you come with anything? In Hindi, very nicely they say, Kya laya tha jo kho diya? What is that you brought that you lost? Everything you picked up here. And sometimes it goes away. You pick it up and it goes away. What is that you brought that you can lose? And what is that you can give up? What is yours to be given up? It's already given up. No, my money, I will not give up. Wait. Just wait. You will die. It will be automatically left behind. You don't have to give up. No, I have got billions. It's all fixed deposit in my name. It can be total fix. The whole bank can be yours, but when you are dead, confiscated. The government takes it away. Don't worry. There is nothing, understand. That sense, you understand? For me to give up, it must be mine. Nothing belongs to me. The thought also, is it yours? The thought happens. One thing is mine, that it is mine, this notion is mine. That it belongs to me, it is mine. Even though the thing doesn't have that sense of being owned, you feel it is owned by you. You feel house is owned by you. Does the house feel owned by you? You think the car is yours. Does the car feel owned by you? You think the diamond is yours. The diamond feel owned by you? Nothing. That is why when the diamond is stolen, the diamond doesn't resist. Hey, his diamond, how can you take it me? It doesn't. Please understand that. People, they don't understand, become so selfish. So the person thinks it's all mine. Yes, you have to have a sense of ownership for a functional ownership. Functional ownership. But not crazy possessiveness. One day a person phones up the fire department. The fire department gets a call. Hello, yes, good morning. He said, come on lady, where is the fire? He said, no, I made a beautiful rock garden. The lady is slowly talking. I got a beautiful rock garden and also nicely paved. Yes, I understand. Where is the fire? He said, no, the house is also beautiful, the fence is mended, and beautiful plants or trees are also planted, flowers are... He said, lady, where is the fire? If you are talking about the flowers, go to a florist or flower shop. Where is the fire? He said, no, I am telling you, my neighbor's house is on fire. Now he tells slowly. My neighbor's house is on fire, but I am telling you these things because when you blokes come here to put water, don't spoil my garden. Very caring, eh? Are you getting that point, please? Selfish. That is how the average person lives. That he thinks he is going to live forever with all those things. Understand how to give up. Atmaneva atmana tushtasan. Being happy with yourself, you don't have to say give up, it drops off. It is just like, the tree grows out of the bark. The snake sloughs out, grows out of the skin. When you grow up, other things automatically falls off. When it automatically falls off, the tree doesn't know, the bark doesn't feel, the snake doesn't know, the skin doesn't feel, you are out of it. Have you grown out of it? When you are happy with yourself, you don't have to drop. Everything automatically drops out. You understand that example? Automatically everything drops out. Thereafter it is up to you. To what? To pick up. Which one? Whatever. For what? To keep myself alive, what to do? For my happiness, no more. Atmaneva atmanadashta. So manogatan kaman prajahati. The thoughts. Okay? Because you can go on and on, but let us see. So wise person means one who has thus counteracted all thoughts. No more the thoughts are desires. Is happy with himself. So you want to be wise? Be that. Don't try to sit down, walk, dance, eat, not eat. That is all your choice. People lose themselves in lifestyle. Wisdom is forgotten. In our ashram we don't eat chocolate, or we don't eat garlic, or we don't eat that. Here everybody does that, everybody keeps quiet for 5 hours, the rest of the time noisy, right? I mean, you understand this so-called lifestyle, discipline, austerity, indulgence, whichever extreme. Some people, you are free to do whatever you like. As much stupid as even you are totally austere and rigid, deny everything. Wisdom is neither the mindless denier nor the mindless indulgence. You see for yourself, you choose. Okay? All right. All these things will come, whole Gita is there. Atmaniva tushta sthita prajnastadachyate. And then, read. Dukkhe svanudvigna manaha sukheshu vigata spruha vita ragavaya krodha stitadhir muniruchyate. Dukkhe svanudvigna manaha sukheshu vigata spruha vita ragavaya krodha stitadhir muniruchyate. Beautiful. How does this wise person live? How does he behave? Beautiful. Usually idea is what? When a person is happy, he has no dukkha, no sukha. The wise man is neither happy nor unhappy. Everything happens wonderful for him. There is no pain, no pleasure, no comfort, no discomfort. These are the impractical statements you hear. Look at the statement here. Who is this wise person? Dukkheshu, listen carefully, Dukkheshu anudvigna mana. Dukkha prapaka ghatanasu, in incidents that can invoke discomfort, pain, difficulty, misery, anudvigna mana, the person has no anxiety. That means what? Even in wise man's life, such incidents will happen which can bring pain, disaster, discomfort. But what will happen is, the person has no anxiety. What makes the wise man is absence of anxiety, not uncomfortable situation. Are you getting that point, please? Dukkha prapaka ghatanas. Like summer will come for everybody. Winter will come for everybody. Old age will come for everybody. But when this comes, you can't say old age is very comfortable, disease is very comfortable. No, disease will come. Dukkha comes from three sources. Adhyatmika, roga, your disease, discomfort, disease, old age will come. Adi bhautika, chaura baghra upadrava. There will be animals, tigers, thieves, nowadays bandhs and all that. And the third one, adhyat, adibhautika, adidaivika, typhoon, earthquake, cyclone. You can't say, these are all very nice. Flood also very nice. Don't say that. The person, for the wise man, flood and the, summer and the spring, one and the same. This is the type of stupid type of statement we always hear. Old age and youth is one and the same. Hunger and food is one and the same. No. For the wise person, hunger is hunger, food is food. Summer is summer, spring is spring. Not that summer is spring, spring is summer. No. That means he's insane. Nobody can be like that. You cannot say, I feel as comfortable in summer as even in spring. Physically, you cannot feel comfortable in summer. Yes, in yourself you are comfortable. That is a dukkhesu anudvignamana. Inconvenience will come. Discomfort will rise. But you have no anxiety. What makes the wise person different from other people is, incidents remaining the same, one has anxiety, other doesn't have the anxiety. Are you getting that point? Sukhesu vigata spruha. Also, sukha prapaka ghatanasu vigata spruha. There shall be incidents which are very comfortable, but the person will never crave for its continuation. Both will have it. When the ignorant thinks, this should never come to an end, the wise man thinks, if it ends, doesn't matter. Because it will end. So spruha is not there. In a sense, now it is spring, so it will be always springtime. Impossible. You see it very clearly. Why? Because you are happy with yourself. And then, when you say outside, this ghatana, this dukkha and sukha, not only outside, understand. It's a beautiful song of the cuckoos, birds, and sometimes somebody can be shouting. Okay, I accept the shouting as shouting, that as that. Clean atmosphere. Now there is no dust. Now suddenly dust is gone. How is it? Good. Live through the dust. Why? What to do? Somebody has to dig a well. It's like suppose you are sitting in meditation. Think, you are sitting in meditation. And then that is the time when fire brigade goes or an ambulance goes. In Western countries, especially those ambulance, when they go, they are like, such a noise. And this, what is that? Fire brigade. An ambulance, very loud noise, the siren, they make and go. Now you are sitting down in meditation. Now how do you react? The person who sits down with an idea, I am meditating and there should be no noise, now suddenly you resist. Early morning, this noise, noise, noise. Do you understand what is going on? One man is dying. The ambulance must go to pick him up to hospital. How will you feel when you are in the trouble and the ambulance would come? So just because you are meditating, no ambulance should move. That means everybody should die, right? No fire brigade should go, so all the houses must be burnt. This is where resistance comes. When you are happy with yourself, I am in meditation. Ambulance must go, because that is the world. Fire brigade must go, that is the world. Somebody shouting, that is what the people are. Somebody is laughing, that is what people are. You accept everything as it is. Selfish person, one day he was living in a house. And then the house owner from whom he has rented the flat, or his friend, okay, or his own flight visiting, another friend visiting, he said, whole night, these upstairs people, morning 5 o'clock, they are dancing, jumping, big noise they are making. He said, how come you never complain? Never. You are a really good neighbor. How come you never complain? I was practicing my trumpet. He was practicing his trumpet. You understand? The noise that he will make, maybe just to fight against, push him down, the fellow must be dancing on the top to let him know, shut up. But he thinks they are dancing, so he because this is known as your selfish perception. You don't know that you are making a mistake. Just think of it. So situations, understand, you cannot escape. Wise man means sunlight and sun and winter, summer and winter, one and the same. Hunger and satisfaction, one and the same. These are the miraculous, strange statements people give. No. There shall be incidents which will be comfortable, but you don't have the cravings for it. It's there, let it continue. It's there, not there, is expected. So both situations will come. Sukheshu vigataspruha. And such a person, what happens? No moods. Bita raga bhaya krodha. Bita gata raga bhaya krodha. He is free from likes and dislikes, and therefore fear and anger. Usually these are the moods people come under. Please understand. If you have got, when the person gets angry, if you have got a raga means a like. This, I like this food, if it is not there, I am angry. I like this dress, not there, I am angry. I like people to talk like this, they don't do it, I am angry. Or I don't want to do this, they do, I am angry. So either by raga or by dvesha. Raga means dvesha included. So raga and dvesha, if you don't have definite like and dislike, you cannot have fear and anger. Please see how it is. The moment you have a desire, unconsciously you are getting into the mode of anger, jealousy, hatred, everything. Please see how it is. You are watching a movie. And you think your happiness is in the movie. Average person, what do they think? Why do they go to a movie? So I can be a little happy, escaping from somewhere, going into a movie. So the person is so excited about it, he goes and sits down there. And that is the time of electricity goes. You get angry with electricity. Or suppose a person goes, sit down in front of him, as he is looking at it, he is 5'4", the person in front is 7 feet. How will happen? And also a mind reader. You left, he left. You straight, he straight. You right, he also right. How do you feel? You want to chop that head off. Why? Between me and the object of my desire, this is an obstacle. Raga. But suppose you have gone there, a friend has taken you there, you are not interested. Whether 6 feet fellow or 60 feet fellow there, does it matter? Why? You are happy sleeping with yourself. You understand? You cannot have fear of loss unless you have a strong desire to possess. Try it out. That is the equation. You can never have the fear of losing something unless you have a desire to possess. My land, fight. My house, my food, my portion, my boy, my man, my girl, my woman, my job. Anybody touches it, shoot, shoot, shoot. And why it is mine? Because that gives me happiness. So whenever you have transferred your happiness to some object, there shall be fear of loss. You have transferred, are you getting that? You have transferred your happiness to the object. Like the stories you hear, no? The bad magician takes away the princess and locks her up in the deep forest. So the prince now looking in search of the, what is that? Going in search of the princess. Then when this magician has gone away, he goes in and the princess is happy, he is happy. Then the princess says, now it is time. Already half an hour you have spent with me, now it's time, you go away, he will kill you. He said, no, I have come to kill him. He said, but you cannot kill him. Why? Because his life is placed somewhere. This is the story, eh? Children's story here. His life is hidden up kept somewhere. He said, what is this? You find out. He said, okay. Then that day when the magician returns, the princess becomes very smiling, laughing and all that. And then suddenly very loving, and the magician moved, is very moved because so long she was resisting. Today she is so happy to be with him. So she said, oh, so happy. Then he said, then suddenly she pretends and she cries. Why are you crying now? I like you, you are with me, I will keep you. Why are you crying? No, I am crying because, see, when you are here, I am so happy, pretends, so happy with you. But suppose you die, what will happen to me? That is the time the fellow shows off, bravado. Nobody can kill me. How can I believe nobody can kill you? There are so many, everybody dies. I will not die. Why? My life is in a hidden place, secret kept hidden. How can I know that? You see, I'll show you. Because now he wants the girl, no? So see, he will show anything. So he goes there, see, this is the lake. Inside the lake there is a place watched by the to get into the lake, watched by the tigers. You go there, watched by the serpents, then the crocodiles. And then you go there, now this is the temple. In the temple, one door, door within a door, within a door, within a door, within a door, within a door. Then there is a suitcase, trunk, the trunk within a trunk, within a trunk, within a trunk. And the last trunk, and inside that, there is a honeybee, wasp, big wasp. That is my life. Kill it, then only I can. Who can reach there? He thinks nobody can reach there. So the moment somebody reaches there, what happens? Because he has transferred his security to that object. It is security or insecurity? As children hear that. So when the prince goes there, now suddenly he gets the message that this is gone, that is gone, that is gone, that is gone. Now he's touching that. So when he's touching it, he is feeling uncomfortable. He rushes there. And the fellow says, release the princess or else I'll kill. What kill? He kills. And fellow is dead. A beautiful story for children. But this is what adults do every day. Where is your happiness? The box within a box, within a box, within a box, within a box. The diamond within a diamond, within a diamond, within a diamond, within a diamond. The job in a job, in a job, in a job. Movie and movie and movie. How many such animals you have got? That fellow had one life, one thing. How many securities you have got? The more securities you have got, more insecure you are. Are you getting that? Anytime anybody can be, your clothes are taken away. The clothes you like, taken away. Miserable. The food you like is taken away. Miserable. The sound you like, taken away. Anything. Because you have transferred your happiness to how many things? As many things you have transferred, that much insecurity you shall be. So modern man in consumerist society shall be the happiest people in the world. Why? Because they have transferred their happiness to only few billion things. You understand? And then somebody says, no, none of these things are happiness there. You renounce everything, you come to me. And I shall touch between the eyebrows. I will inject, put some happiness into your brain. What are you trying? You understand? Previously, I had created my insecurities by depending on some securities. Now the teacher creates some insecurities by putting me into some practice. Who is better? If I make my own mistake, I can take it. I pay for getting some mistakes. You understand? Now I go to teacher for him to make me insecure. Why? This mantra only, never forget your tabiz. Tabiz means, the charm, good luck charm. Don't forget your ring. Some people have got 20 rings, 30 ropes. That they are supposed to put it here, but they put it here. Why? They are supposed to put it here, easy to hang, 30 ropes. But they put it here, The teachers are careful because if they put it around their neck, you may die, So then who will be the client? The clientele is very strong. I'm not telling you jokes, understand, friends. The moment you transfer your happiness, your security to something or somebody, you are destroying yourself. The teacher is one, scripture is one, which helps you to discover yourself. Doesn't give anything to you to take it away. Anyway, so when you have got raga, definite like and dislike, you cannot escape bhaya, fear. Whenever you have dependence, you shall be frightened when that object is taken away. And when there is a bhaya, krodha, you cannot escape anger. You become very angry. Why? I want to see the movie. I'll be afraid if somebody comes to the front seat. Oh, I cannot see. And by chance somebody comes there, anger comes. I'm just giving a simple example. Next property I must take. There is a fear if somebody else takes it away. Suppose somebody really takes it away, I'm angry. That fellow, how can he give it to him? Or how can he take that? Anger. Just think of it. There is a fear of loss. Therefore there is anger. Whereas the wise person, happy with himself, no likes and dislikes. Therefore, anything goes. Not that therefore the person, becomes unmattavad, like a madman. It's not like that. You accept things as they are. Please understand, we have seen it in Tattvada classes, to accept things as they are, to accept situations as they are, to accept other people as they are, you must accept yourself as you are. That is the key. Until you accept yourself as you are, you cannot accept your thoughts as they are, roles as they are, body as it is, world as it is, people as they are, situation as it is. You cannot. Accepting everything as it is does not mean not taking steps to improve. Because people sometimes question that. Oh, suppose everybody is as it is, will be indifferent to the world. No. You accept yourself as you are because you are the happiness. Absolute bliss with yourself. I can live in a small place, live in a big place. But I choose. If why not in a big? Then work for it. No, I want a small place. Then less responsibility. You choose. I can live with the disease, I can live with the death. I can live with the health, I can live with the life. But living with life is better than dying. Living healthy is better than being diseased. Therefore, I work for the life. You understand that balancing. But because you are living for a good health, the people say, look, the fellow is obsessed with his body, considers himself happy with himself, but always taking care of the body. What? This is where religion has become nuts. You are you getting that? Sarira madhyam. Take care of your body, take care of your food, take care of everything, not only yours, for everybody else also, but happy with yourself. So no raga, no bhaya, no krodha, meaning no moods of any kind. Morning you are very happy, then suddenly 10 o'clock, annoyed. 2 o'clock, miserable. 4 o'clock, unhappy. 5 o'clock, fighting. 6 o'clock, sleepy. Then worried. Moods. Wisdom and moods don't go together. Are you getting that point, please? You don't come under the spell of a mood. If you pick up a mood, you choose to express a mood, that is your choice. You understand? It's like you're putting on a dress and the dress is thrust on you. You put on a dress for a particular occasion. It's like a person who is not prepared to be the president, you make him president. Uncomfortable. The person cannot live without certain things, you force him to live without it. What happens? Violence, misery comes in life. Please observe the secret. You want to accept everything as it is, see yourself as you are. Since the wise man sees himself as he is, Atmani vatmana tushta, tasmat, no raga, no like, no raga means no dvesha, no bhaya, no fear, no krodha, no anger, nothing. Remember. When you are like that, sthitadi munirichyade, you are sthitadi. So not being angry doesn't make you wise. You are wise, you choose not to be angry or to be angry. Choice is yours also. Are you getting that point, please? Don't say, why people find it difficult? Because wise means no anger, no raga, no vaya, no krodha. True. There is no fear, no anxiety, no anger of any kind. Happy with yourself. But you can pretend to be afraid. Have you not seen? Your child will come with a mask. Oh, what does the father say? Oh, take away the beer. Why? You are entertaining the baby. The child comes and says, oh, there is a snake. Rubber snake he brings. Put the rubber snake around. Anxiety. How do you feel? Are you anxious or you are playing anxious? But in ignorance, what happens is they have a blanket ban on emotion. A wise man means what? A stone, huh? Full of life. Chooses to wear an emotion. Chooses to, just like you choose to wear a dress, you choose to wear an emotion. Why? Under the circumstances, it is very nice. Everybody is laughing, I am also laughing. Inside you may be burning. Why? Because some responsibility is there to take care of. But deep within you are happy with yourself. You are as you are with yourself. But you have some immediate responsibility, but you're enjoying with everybody, like that. When that is goes away, you go back to your whatever to be taken care of, you do it. But you don't lose sight of yourself at any time. Stitadi, Muni Ruchi, such a person, Muni, Mananasilavan, Muni, reflecting, contemplative personality, and this Sthita, Buddhi is steady, no more allowing it to go ups and downs. Why? Because your happiness is with yourself. Such a person. Yassarvatra navisneha tattat prapya shubhasubham navinandati na dvishti tasya prajna pratisthita yassarvatra navisneha tattat prapya shubhasubham navinandati na dvishti tasya prajna pratisthita. We shall see it in the afternoon, all these things again. He says, Sarvatra anavishneha subham asubham prapye. Coming across auspicious, inauspicious situation in life, comfortable, uncomfortable situation in life. What does it mean? To show that however wise man you may be, there shall be conducive, inconducive, comfortable, uncomfortable, auspicious, inauspicious, appropriate, inappropriate, comfortable, uncomfortable situations will rise. In fact, situations will rise. Comfort and discomfort is your interpretation, but you cannot escape both pairs of situations in life. You are traveling on the road, you cannot avoid traffic jam, because you are not the only one in the road. You go to the market, you cannot avoid being pickpocketed, your pocket being picked. You are traveling, flight disruption. You are living with somebody, the other person changes his mind or her mind suddenly. You are living with your children, suddenly the fellow is a drug addict. Situations comes and hit you, strike you. You thought everything shall be smooth, but suddenly your whole world collapses. It will happen. But na anavisneha subham prapya, asubham prapya. Na anavisneha, no avisneha, no attachment. Sneha. Sneha comes from the dhatu which means to glue. Sneha. It's like a glued. You get glued to the situation. No? This is how only it will happen. You don't understand. Expect, nothing wrong. This is how it should happen. Nothing wrong in expecting. Who prevents you from dreaming? But karmanyavadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. Expecting, of course, dreaming is your privilege. But it comes or doesn't come, that is not in your hand. That is why you are already prepared for the result, even before the result comes. How sweet it is, see that? If you are prepared for the result, even before the result comes, can you be affected? Before the fire catches the house, you are already kept the well dug. Pradipta gruhe kupa kananam. When the house is on fire, if you start digging well, when the house is on fire, you start digging the well. How nice. So when the problem strikes, that is the time people come for philosophy. It is like regular health checkup. When you have a heart attack, if you go there now, what can you do? You will be dead. But if you have a regular checkup, the study, contemplation is a regular health checkup. Every day scanning. Every day you scan, like a presidents, governors, prime ministers, positions, what happens? Not that fellow they are taking care, the person they are taking care. Whoever occupying that position, they are taking care of that position. Why? That fellow should not, that person should not die. So every morning they will have the blood pressure, sugar, everything. Why? By chance anything happen, take care. So they are maintained. Responsible position. Now you are the emperor of your empire. Your mind, your thoughts, your life, your body, you are the empire of your little empire. You are the emperor of your little empire. Every day you must do your own scanning. That is what meditation is all about. Every morning I look at myself. Yes, happiness. Shubham asubham prapya anavishneha. Do I get glued by the situation? No. Is there anything which I cannot take? There is no such thing. Na avinandati na dveshti. When something comes, oh, wonderful. That is the only thing I want. Something, oh, that should not have happened. You are miserable. No. Na avinandati na dveshti. In Sanskrit there is a line which says, Agate swagatam kuryat, gachandam na nivarayat. Beautiful line. Agate swagatam kuryat. Agate, when it comes, swagatam, welcome, vango, bienvenue, please come. Agate swagatam kuryat, vango, please come. Gachandam na nivarayat. When it is going, don't say don't go. Why? It will go. When it comes, did you bring it? No, it came. It goes, you don't have to push it. So why are you pushing? In relation to situation outside, in relation to your thought. When the thought comes, agate swagatam kuryat, gachandam na nivarayat. When it comes, let it be. Goes, who worries? The trouble is when it comes, you say no. When something has already come, if you say don't come now, what is this? You understand how impractical it is. When somebody has come to your home, you say you should not have come. What is this should not have come? He has already come. Allow him to go. As he has come, let him go. Especially your thoughts. Gachandam na nivarayat. Such a person. Anavishneha. Tattat prapya subhasu. Na avinandati, na dveshti. What does it mean? Situations will arise, but you are unaffected. When you are living, you are also dying. Immortal you are. Enjoy living, enjoy dying. If you consider living auspicious, dying inauspicious, that is your choice. But you can't escape both. Shiva, Shaba. You can't escape. Shivoham, Shaboham. I am the Shiva, absolute. I am also the Shava, mortal, dying. Be Shiva, enjoy Shava. Be the Shiva, the immortal, and dance in the realm of mortality. Wise man. Wise man doesn't mean nobody, no thinking, nothing. Everything is there, but I am absolutely at rest with myself. Close your eyes.